The Warbird Heritage Foundation, an extraordinary collection of America's most important historical aircraft. We invite you to join us as we take a look at these remarkable airplanes, and we hope you'll enjoy the sights and sounds of vintage air power. Located in Waukegan, Illinois, the Warbird Heritage Foundation's collection includes aircraft from the World War II era through the Vietnam War and beyond. All of our aircraft are meticulously maintained in airworthy condition, and unlike many collections, they are flown regularly, ensuring that future generations can appreciate the sights and sounds of the aircraft that fought for their nation. Let's look at the collection in detail. The North American F-86 Sabre. The F-86 was America's premier air superiority fighter of the Korean War. Its battles against MiGs in the skies over Korea laid the foundation for today's air combat tactics. Its looks are both classic and timeless. The North American T-6 Texan. The T-6 was the dominant advanced trainer during World War II. Almost every U.S. fighter pilot trained in the Texan, or its Navy version, the SNJ. Robust and reliable, the T-6 is still the ideal stepping stone for modern pilots who wish to fly high-performance vintage aircraft. The Cessna L-19 Bird Dog. Its missions included battlefield reconnaissance, medevac, artillery spotting, and numerous other uses. This versatile airplane was capable of short field landings on unimproved airstrips in jungles and other remote areas, and it was involved in numerous heroic missions during its many years of service. The North American T-28 Trojan. The mighty T-28 was an advanced trainer and fighter bomber used by the U.S. Navy, Marines, and Air Force from the 1950s to the 1970s. Its muscular stance conveys a tough, sturdy personality. The T-28 still excites airshow crowds with its high performance and the distinctive sound of its 1,400 horsepower engine. The North American T-2 Buckeye. The T-2 was the U.S. Navy's intermediate jet trainer from 1965 to 2008. More Navy pilots became carrier qualified in the T-2 than in any other aircraft. Only a few of these special airplanes remain airworthy today. The Boeing PT-17 Stearman. The Stearman was the primary trainer of the Army Air Corps and Navy during World War II. Cadets learned the basics of flying in the Stearman, and today this classic biplane is still flying and still thrilling new generations of pilots and passengers. Its graceful lines evoke nostalgia for an earlier, simpler time. The L-39 Albatross. The L-39 is a Czechoslovakian-built advanced jet trainer and light attack aircraft. Flown by dozens of countries since the mid-1970s, it's now the most popular jet warbird in the United States, with over 400 of them believed to be registered and flying. The Douglas AD-1 Skyraider. One of the largest single-engine propeller-driven aircraft ever flown, the Skyraider was primarily a rugged attack bomber and a forward air control plane, used in both the Korean War and in the skies over Vietnam. Its folding wings, massive size, and the roar of its 2,700 horsepower engine make it a sight no one ever forgets. the McDonnell Douglas A-4 Skyhawk. The A-4 was a light multi-role fighter bomber flown by the U.S. Navy and Marines from the 1950s into the 2000s. It was flown by the Blue Angels from 1973 to 1986. Light and nimble, the Scooter, as it was known, is as exciting to watch as it is to fly. The Warbird Heritage Foundation's collection is housed in our facility in Waukegan, Illinois. Visitors and tour groups are welcome by prior appointment. Our aircraft can also be seen regularly at air shows all across the Midwest. The Warbird Heritage Foundation will continue its mission to collect, display, and fly vintage military aircraft of significance to our nation. Thanks go to our sponsors and benefactors for their support in keeping these magnificent aircraft in the air. Please visit our website at warbirdheritagefoundation.org for more information.